living a life of crime, lies, deceit, disloyalty. Fake niggas fucked up the streets with all this poison. Anything pop off, motherfuckers recording it. Broke bitches choicing. Damn, my mama warned me. Damn, I should've listened.
I'm in the wrong place altogether. So was she around at that time?
Yes, she was.
Okay. All right. Have you ever seen Mr. Bishop hit her or punch her or body slam her or anything along those lines?
No.
Have you ever seen Mr. Bishop tell someone else to go hit her
No.
in order to? Okay.
No.
All right. Now, there was production done every day. Was production done in such a way where it was recording frequently?
Yes, there was recording all the time.
And these were these videos that were placed on the internet?
Yes, they were.
Okay. And were there people that were following you or following your group on the internet?
Yes.
Okay. Was the acting, were there different characters that you would act with?
We had a lot of different characters. Eligio had a lot of different characters as well.
Okay. What were some of the characters that he had?
His most popular character was Dr. Bishop. He had Leroy. He had Totally Todd, Uncle Fernando the Commando, and his most recent character was Three God.
Okay. And these were all characters that he used online?
Yes, they are.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to jump on forward to March 24th. Well, let's deal with Mexico or out of the country first.
Okay.
When you were outside the country, did you guys use the bathroom outside the house?
Using the bathroom outside the house was everyone's choice. We have restrooms everywhere that we went. There's restrooms in house. You could use the restroom in the house if you wanted to. Everybody did. They took showers. It's regular. It's normal. If they wanted to use the restroom outside, they could.
Okay.
And the reason why there was using the restroom outside is because of our beliefs, which is protected by First Amendment. I mean, that we believe that essentially there's a natural flow of exchange with the earth that we live on. So use the bathroom on the earth, you get blessings.
Okay. All right. So after you left there, jumping forward to March 24th, 2022, were you in the house that night?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Was Janelle, and let me ask, have you been around Janelle?
Yes.
Okay. What name did she go by?
She went by
Okay. What do you remember seeing regarding on March 24th, 2022? Tell the jury.
What was that question again?
What do you recall about March 24th, 2022 about her interactions with Mr. Bishop? What did you witness?
Well, I know that she did get into an altercation with the women. And then after there was an altercation with the women, she decided that she wanted to leave. She did tell us that she really didn't want to leave, but she was just upset with the women. After she said that she wanted to leave, we helped her get her stuff. She went upstairs to get her bags. And of course the women were arguing with her. I believe when she went upstairs to grab her paintings and stuff, Kendra Carter was upset with her and, throwing her paintings in her suitcase. So once she got her stuff and she was ready to leave, she went downstairs. Eligio Bishop was downstairs, asked her if she was okay. She said no, and he was like, okay, well, you have a ride? She said, yes, my ride's on the way. He's like, okay, go ahead.
Okay.
And leave.
Okay. And so was her ride an Uber or something outside?
It was an Uber outside.
Did you actually see it?
Yes, I did. I was outside with her for a moment when she was getting ready to leave. Both her bags were outside by the door, outside of the door, close to the Uber where she was going.
Okay. And so did you witness her go back inside?
I didn't witness her go back inside.
Okay.
When she came back inside, I was already upstairs in the back bedroom. I was laying down.
Okay. And what happened? What did you witness from there?
Well, I was laying in the back room. I saw her come in first, and then Eligio came in shortly after. They were talking, and they didn't see me laying in the bed. Once they saw me laying in the bed, they smiled at me, and then they said, "Can you give me a moment to talk?"
Okay, and this was on the second floor of the house?
Second floor of the house.
Okay, and which room was this? Was it a bedroom or?
It was a bedroom.
Okay, was it a bedroom with bunk beds in, or what bedroom was it?
The bedroom was bunk beds all the way to the end.
Okay, all right, and were bunk beds the only beds in that room?
Yes, there were.
Okay, and were you laying on the top bunk or the bottom bunk?
The bottom bunk.
Okay, does this bedroom have a bathroom as well?
Yes, it does.
Okay, does it connect to another room?
Yes, it does.
Okay, all right, so you saw her come in first and him come in afterwards, is that what you testified to?
Yes.
Okay, was he pulling her, pushing her, prodding her in any way?
No, when she came in first. They weren't holding hands or anything like that. He came in shortly after her.
Okay, all right, and they talked and they asked you to excuse them?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell the jury what you witnessed?
Well, when they first came into the room, they like did a quick hug or whatever, and they were talking. They were talking very low, so I did not hear what they said actually. But then they turned to me and they were kind of started saying, "Oh, you're laying in the bed," and I was like, "Yes, I'm right here." And then they were like, "Well, can you excuse me for a moment so we can talk?" I said, "Yes, I will." And I went into the bathroom that's right there that connects to two bedrooms.
Okay, all right. What was the next thing that you witnessed regarding and Eligio?
I was in the bathroom that whole time.
How long do you think? Just an estimation.
If I could estimate, I would probably say I was in there for around 6 minutes.
Okay.
During that time, I had turned the lights off and it was kind of lower, dim, because I did have a headache.
Okay.
And so I could hear everything that was going on because this bathroom is very small and it connects both bedrooms.
Okay.
So when I was in that bathroom, I didn't hear any noises or anything that was like irregular.
You didn't hear anybody hitting anybody or crying or
No.
anything along those lines?
No.
Okay. And so do you see again after you come out of the bathroom?
Yes. 6 minutes, around 6 minutes after I came out of the bathroom, I opened the door. The door was back open again. So I came out and I saw she was there. And then she looked at me and she smiled. She was like, "Can I go in the bathroom?" And I smiled at her. I was like, "Yeah, of course. Why are you asking me that? You know you can use the bathroom."
Okay.
And then she was like, "Oh,
Objection, hearsay.
Okay, I don't think it's for the purpose of the truth of the matter asserted, but sure, we'll skip beyond that.
All right, well, just for the record, I'm sustaining the objection. Go ahead.
All right, you're not able to say, they don't want you to say what I told you.
Okay."
Did she go into the bathroom?
She went into the bathroom after that. Sure.
Okay. Did you see her again after that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Where did you see her at?
I saw her walk into the master bedroom where we were. We were all in the closet getting ready to go to bed. Mr. Bishop was live. We were in the the closet. We were getting dressed. She came in briefly and she gave us a hug. And then I asked her, was she going to sleep? Which room was she going to sleep in?
Okay.
She told me which
Objection,
one.
hearsay. Sustained, don't repeat what someone else told you.
Okay.
So you communicated with her and you learned, without saying what you learned which bedroom she was going to sleep in?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And did you see her again after that time?
After that, I didn't see her.
Okay. All right. Did you guys go to sleep?
Yes.
Okay. And you said Mr. Bishop was on live?
Yes, he did a live that night.
Okay. All right. And that was in the main bedroom?
He was in the main bedroom.
Okay.
And
All right.
he was in the main bedroom and he would walk down to the bottom of the living room area. He would walk around.
Okay. All right. Had you seen Miss Nicole and Mr. Bishop being affectionate together? Were they affectionate in front of the other people?
They were affectionate all the time in front of everyone. There was many photo shoots that we conducted with me, myself included in these photo shoots. There were many dances that they did together. They just had a nice relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was Mr. Bishop in a polygamous relationship? Was there more than one wife that he had?
Well, technically, he's not polygamous because he's not married legally to more than one spouse. He did have, like girlfriends, women who likes him there, but he's not polygamous.
Okay. Was there one woman who was considered to be his queen?
Yes.
And who was that?
Tanisha DeLay, she goes by Queen Malia.
Okay. Was there jealousy among some of the other women regarding her?
Regarding Queen Malia?
Yes.
Yes, there was. Janine, she was very jealous. She did compete a lot to go to, to get to the queen position. We held a queen pageant where it was Queen Malia and I myself. We were all nominated to be queen. And she just wanted to be the queen, so she did a lot of stuff to try to get that spot.
Okay. All right. Was all of that recorded online or was it just within the house?
Yes, the queen competition is recorded.
Okay.
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
A couple of questions about your beliefs that I have to ask you. Do you believe that Mr. Bishop is God?
Well, God essentially is a spirit, and a spirit is something that essentially is within every person. So I believe that everybody is God because they essentially have that same life force energy within them.
Okay. All right. When Mr. Bishop was at the house, did you guys have rules that if someone were to break, that there would be some sort of physical violence on that person?
No.
Okay. Were there scenarios where Mr. Bishop, if he didn't eat dinner, then nobody would eat dinner? Was that a rule?
No. If anybody was hungry, they would just go stay. I was over the kitchen. I cooked a lot. I made sure that there was food made, and so I put it to the side. If anybody wanted to come and eat, they could just come and grab something. Like, say, for instance, this pot is here. It would be food there just sitting there for people to eat.
Okay. All right. So there was no food was not kept back from the group? No. Okay. What about if he didn't go to sleep, then nobody else could go to sleep? Was that true?
And no. I would sleep all the time. When I got tired, I went to sleep.
Okay.
People could go to sleep if they want to go to sleep.
Okay. And if people disagreed with Mr. Bishop, would he do things to them, like isolate them, put them in a closet, beat them up, those types of things?
And no, he wouldn't do that.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to ask you, because I'm sure the state's going to ask you, have you been in regular contact with Mr. Bishop over the last year or two?
Yes.
Okay. Do you talk to him frequently?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Would you lie for him? Would you come in court and just say stuff on his behalf that's untrue?
No, I stand on the principle of justice. And Eligio is my friend, but I will tell the truth.
Okay. Has he told you what to say to that?
No.
Okay. Has he influenced what you said today?
No, I am a first-hand witness of everything that has went on. Like I said before, I've been with him for 6 years. So I've seen a lot of things that are going on. So what I'm saying today is the truth of what my account of what happened on all of these events.
Okay. Do you care about him now?
Yes, I do.
Where do you live here in Atlanta now still?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you talk to him on a pretty frequent basis?
Yes, I do.
Daily?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure the state's going to ask you this. Where you stay now, is the rent paid on your property by him?
No.
Okay. Do you have income of your own?
No.
Okay, where did you get income from?
Essentially, there's people who look out for us or they donate to us. I reach out, my sister, she sent money for us to pay out the rent and stuff like that. And just people who are concerned with us, they send us money to pay the rent.
Okay. Couple more questions and I'll go sit down. The April 7th, 2022, were you at the house that day
April 7th.
when Mr. Bishop was arrested?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Did everybody have a phone in the house? Was phones frequent or were they kept from people?
Yeah, everybody had multiple phones and devices.
Okay. And so were people able to call their family members if they wanted to?
Yes, if they wanted to call anybody who they wanted to call, they could.
Okay. And during the 6 years that you have been in the group, did people's families sometimes come and visit them?
Yes, Kayla Buckner, her family visited on two separate occasions. One back in 2020, she came over for a get together. Her mother, her grandmother, and her brother.
Okay.
In 2000 and I'm not sure, but I believe it was in 2021. They came over at the 2993 Arbor Chase address, and we had a get together with a lot of people there. It was a lot of people, a lot of different family relatives, just people who came.
But if a person wanted to stay in contact with their family, they could.
Yes, and there was many occasions where my sister reached out. She, and even if she did, she reached out online. And we did a live on there. We were talking in front of the public. Then she calls me afterwards, and I talked to her some more.
Okay. So going back to April 7th, 2022, the police, did they question you on that day?
April 7th?
Yes, ma'am.
No, I did demand to know what was happening on multiple occasions from the detectives, and they did not tell me what was going on.
Okay, so you were not interviewed that day?
No, I was put into a room, and I was told by Monica Pinocchio.
No, you can't talk about what someone else told you.
Okay. I was put into a room, and I was waiting for someone to come and talk to me. I waited for, some hours. And then once somebody came by, I asked them, when am I going to be questioned and when am I going to be let know what's going on? I was moved to another room for questioning, where I waited another hour and no one ever came to question me.
And so you ultimately were released after that?
Ultimately, after that, I was released.
Okay. And within the house, the devices that were within the house, they were typically devices that were used by the group in order to make music production and video production?
Yes, there was a lot of cameras, equipment. People had tablets, cell phones, computers. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Stacy's going to have a few questions for you.
Carl? Good afternoon, Ms. Wade. Good afternoon.
Hi.
All right, just a few questions for you. So I think on direct examination, you talked about witnessing the Chris Rock slap.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes, I did.
And that was funny to you all?
Yes, it was.
And you thought that would get you all attention?
Yes.
Because it got Chris Rock attention?
Yes, it did. Among other things, we do notice that from our experience with more than just the Chris Rock slap, but before that, we noticed that our numbers go up in the room as soon as there is some sort of drama or an argument or some sort of something that somebody can look at and pay attention to.
And you realized the Chris Rock slap was March 27th, 2022, right?
I'm not aware of that.
So it was after this incident occurred.
Okay.
All right. So when you joined Mr. Bishop's group, and you're still a member, right?
A member?
Yes, of Carbonation.
No.
Okay. Are you not a member of Carbonation anymore?
Carbonation, that is just a very touchy subject. I was affiliated with Carbonation A member, I don't know if it could be called a member technically, because, I mean, we were just a group of people that joined his life. We just wanted to come and be with him.
Fair
So
enough.
I don't know if I could call it me being a member.
Okay. You're still in his group, joining his life
Yes,
today.
yes.
All right. And when you joined his group, you had to sell any belongings that you had?
Can you repeat that?
When you joined his group, you had to sell any of the belongings that you had?
You said myself?
Not yourself, any of your belongings. You had to sell them to get money.
No,
Okay.
no. I
And-
didn't sell anything to get money.
All right. When you came to the group, did you have money?
No, I didn't have any money.
And while you were in the group, you weren't allowed to work, were you?
I wasn't working before I came to the group. I wasn't working for about 5 to 6 years prior to me joining the group.
And other folks in the group, they weren't allowed to work, were they?
If they wanted to leave and work, they could.
Outside of the group, they could work?
Outside of the group, they could.
Okay. And let's talk about some of the rules. Mr. Bishop had rules for the women.
You said roles?
I want to talk about rules.
Rules, okay,
Rules.
rules.
There were certain roles for women, right?
Rules.
Rules.
Spell, are you talking about role, R-O-L-E, or rule, R-U-L-E?
I'm talking about general rules, R-U-L-E-S,
Uh-huh,
and then the roles are O-L-E-S of women, okay?
yes,
And he thought women were less than the men, right?
no,
Y'all were on equal footing?
yes, and I just want to say, most of the things that he does say online are for a wow factor. But he doesn't, he probably did say that one time in his videos that he felt that women were beneath him. Essentially, no. He had said in many other videos where he thinks that women are his equal and that women are essentially above him. Because we are, we carry him and men, children inside our wombs.
Okay. And he thinks women are property, right? His property.
He doesn't think that all women are his property. If he believes that if you're in a relationship with him, that, you're his woman. And it's not to say you're his property as in like, a tag or something like that. He's not saying it in that type of term.
Okay. And he tells you all how to dress, right?
No,
He didn't tell you how to dress today?
no.
He didn't tell you to make sure you wore something that was different from what you normally wear?
A lot of people give me advice on what to wear because I'm a public figure. So I get many phone calls every day. People tell me, don't wear this, don't wear that. Essentially, it's my choice on what I want to wear.
But I'm asking specifically about Mr. Bishop and what he told you and the other wives, girlfriends, women that he's in a relationship with. He told you all what to wear to come to court, didn't he?
He didn't pick out my outfit. He doesn't know what I have in my closet.
Okay. Now, you gave this, your testimony today about Jeanette coming in the room. They smiled at you, they asked for a moment. You testified to that on direct, right?
Can you say that one more time?
Sure. Sure. On direct examination, when Mr. Booker was asking you questions, you testified that Mr. Bishop came into the room, they smiled at you, they asked for a moment,
Yes,
and that you were in the bathroom the entire time,
yes, I was.
and you have never given that statement to law enforcement, ever, have you?
I was never asked by law enforcement, and when this all happened when we were arrested on April 7th, was it April 7th? Nobody was ever asking me any questions. So I don't know the legal process, and I was reaching out to several different people to, help me on what should I do. But essentially, no, I didn't give this to any officers, but I did give it to Booker. And I believe when he first came onto our case as a lawyer, I gave him this same story.
Okay. And just a couple more questions. Mr. Bishop would often tell you guys that outside was hell.
You said that he told us that outside was hell?
I don't know if I said Mr. Booker, I meant Mr. Bishop if I did. Mr. Bishop would often tell you guys that outside was hell.
Well, our beliefs are protected under the First Amendment rights. We don't believe that outside essentially is hell. We believe that this is an earth, and we wake up every day, there's another chance and another opportunity. Hell is a mental state. So if you are living where you did something wrong and you feel guilty and you feel regret for that, then we would say you're in a hell state of mind.
Okay. And you believe that Mr. Bishop is your Lord?
No.
Okay. You don't believe he's the Messiah?
Yes, he is a Messiah. He does bring a certain message for a general group of people.
And because he is the Messiah, you can't say no to him, can you?
Yes, I say no to him a lot, actually.
And there's consequences when that happens, right?
No, I don't know. There's no consequences when you say no.
You just say no and everything's fine. He's fine with it.
Yeah, essentially he'll ask, well, why? And then you say, well, I just don't want to. Then it's like, okay.
All right. Now, social media, you all had an online presence back in March 2022. You still do, right?
Yes,
And Mr. Bishop had a Twitter page,
yes,
and he was the only one that controlled, or he was one that controlled that Twitter page.
no,
Nothing was posted without his consent.
no. There were things that were posted without his consent. There was things that I posted, videos that I posted on there. But then if mainly those were that was his page. Mainly he was in control over his own page. But there were times where I would post something on there that I liked.
Okay. And the videos of you didn't post those, did you?
I posted one because I am in the video with her.
Are you admitting that you just posted pornographic videos of Janae?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did, because I'm in the video with her.
You know that's a crime, right?
No, it's not a crime when the person agreed for the video to be posted, and I'm actually in the video with her, with several other women that day, and we were teaching a class after that video. His Twitter page is open right now. There's multiple videos that show the date that those Twitter videos were posted. It was posted before she left. She was there. There was many videos that me and her did together to promote that we were posting on Twitter. There was one post that we did where we were sitting, me and her, sitting on Mr. Bishop's lap with our butts showing. So yes, she was well aware that we posted the videos because I was in the video with her.
Okay. So you're saying you posted one of those videos?
Yes, I did.
All right. Now, let's just talk about your contact with Mr. Bishop since this trial's going on. Y'all talk every single night, right?
Yes, we do.
And when y'all talk, it's you,
Yes.
Malia, or Tanisha DeLay,
Yes,
and Kayla Buckner.
yes,
Every time y'all talk, it's the three of y'all.
yes,
And he's called Miss DeLay's phone 59 times since last week, since this trial has started.
yes,
And he's called your phone 18 times since this trial started.
yes,
And he's called Miss Buckner's phone 5 times since this trial started.
yes,
So y'all have talked in the last week at least 82 times.
yes,
And in those conversations, he gives you updates about what's happening in the trial.
yes,
He tells you what people are saying.
yes.
He's telling you what you
He doesn't tell me what
But y'all talk about the trial, right?
Yes, we talked about the trial in general. We don't talk about specifics all the time of the trial.
That's all I have to.
Any redirect?
Oh, Your
All
Honor,
right, will she be excused?
yes, sir, she can remain in court.
She can remain in the courtroom as long as there are no outbursts.
She's not gonna have an outburst.
Okay, she can remain in the courtroom. All right, next witness. Y'all doing
Hey yo, if you enjoy this content, please support the channel at. And oh yeah, don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms, especially Rumble, because I can put content on there that I can't put on YouTube. So please support that. I will put my beacon link in the description box. That way you can follow me on all social media, Discord, Facebook, Twitter, wherever. You can follow me wherever. Please support the movement. CV Killer forever.